I was kind of out in the garage here tinkering a little bit, and I started working more and more on this Xj900. I just came out to take this off and polish it up because if somebody had painted it black and it was all peeling. So I just kind of used some paint stripper and then repolished that back up. And next thing you know, I got the tank off. And because I wanted to kind of see the damage to the bottom of the tank here. Usually they rot out down here. That's the lowest spot. Water sits there, but look at the guy. There's still some dirty gas in there. And it looks like it's leaking. Yeah, I think it's leaking a little bit right there. Unless I just spilled some from here. Maybe it just came out of here. There's a weld right there. Looks like there's a weld right there. So that's not too bad. Can fix all that up. I'd like to get it repainted, original factory colors, get some new decals made out. So I want to get the gas out of there, clean it out really good, and take this tank to my buddy there that makes these decals and see if he can make me some matching decals. But I thought, well, I got the tank off. Still got the original toolkit in there too. I'll pull the spark plugs out and do a compression check. I thought it said 87,000 kilometers on there, but that's a 67,000 kilometers. So that's like 44,000 miles. It's not that, that's not too bad. 44,000 miles. So yeah, maybe I'll pull the plugs out and do a quick compression check and see where I'm standing at, because the bike's been sitting for a couple of years. I've had it for a year, just about a year. Well, last September. It's May now, and the guy said it hasn't run in a couple of years, so it probably hasn't run in at least 3 years. So let me crank it over. I know the carbs are gummed up completely, so yeah, I should drain them out first. I don't want to suck that shit into the engine. Okay, I may as well take the carbs off. Then they got to be cleaned anyways, and that way I can just crank it straight over with straight open. I don't have to open the throttle up, it'll be wide open. I'm doing all the clamps, 8 clamps. Take the air box off. Carbs are completely gummed up. So I can take them out. I got a carb cleaner thing. I can soak 1 or 2 in at a time. I know I got, if there's any Norton people watching, I know I got to get back on that Brat Norton. And I'm about to, but I just got too many bikes in here. I want to get the green Norton off of the stand over here, and then start assembling all my parts for the Brat Norton on here, and see what I got, see what I need, and then start working on that front end. That front end's the whole hold up there. And I'll get at it. I don't really want to spend too much money on this bike right now because I've got too many other bikes out there. At least I get this soaking. Crank it over. Because I'd like to pull this right down. Like, it looks like this bike was, the engine was all black, but when you look at the original pictures, they were all aluminum. They were just bare aluminum with some black covers on it. So I gotta Google that a little bit more, because I'm gonna put this right back to original, this one. Pretty much is all original. There's nothing aftermarket on this bike. Okay. couple bolts up here on the airbox. They're always tricky to get out. Well, he did put an aftermarket fuel filter on here, but that's a good idea. Probably because that tank's rusty. So I'm going to clean that tank out really good and seal it with the Pour 15, I think it's called. I have good luck with that. If it's done right, I have really good luck with that stuff. Some people don't like it, but man, I've had really good luck with it. I did 4 bikes with one can of that stuff, but the last can I got was pretty thick as soup, and I only did like 2 tanks, so I think it sat too long. It sat too long out here. Okay, I need 10 millimeter for that. All the wiring in here looks intact. Doesn't look like anything's been butchered or cut up or nothing. The guy that owned this bike was a mechanic. Maybe about the same age as me, maybe a little. No, I think he was about the same age as me. Like when I had one of these bikes, I don't think I had the original airbox. I think I had an aftermarket one. I think that's a bolt there too. Yep, that allows that to come back. And this isn't coming out without the carbs going off, so. Okay, so now, might need some new cables there. You undo the choke here. Choke cable. Out of the way. I'll lube all these cables up. Like I'm going to, I really want to do a lot of detail on this bike and just put it back to factory. I don't know why that's, almost looks like that was painted. I don't know. Okay. This bike just has a pull cable on it, so it must have came out, this bike's an 83, so the push-pull cables must have came out in 84 because all the bikes in the 80s after that had a push-pull cable. Makes it a lot easier to work with. Oh, I might have to heat those up too. I don't want to damage this float, so I might take that float out of there. Get it out. I don't think I can get that out. Put some WD-40 on those boots. Penetrating oil. This is one would be easier if the bike was down lower. Alright, I'm going to be screwing with that for a few minutes. Warming them up. I took all the clamps off. All 8 of them. These boots, surprisingly, they're pretty cheap. I bet you the original one's over $100 each. $80, $100 maybe. You can buy all 4 for like 20, 30 bucks. Aftermarket. I think it's because the boots are the same as the 750 and the 650. Just get them warm. Try this. So I can push against some here. Creatures large and small. If I could push them down farther, you know, you bend it down, that's the easiest, pushing your weight down and then up. But the starter's right beneath it, so it doesn't go down. It doesn't want to go down, it can only go up. There we go. Just use, go up and it comes out. These little rubber boots here are kind of getting in my way. I pried them up. I should have took these things out if I could get them out. Easier to get them out of there. I should have got these out initially. Should have took them out. Some of these are numbered, they only go in one way. You can see how this groove is cut on an angle, so flat. It might sometimes have a mark up or down. See if I can get a couple of them out of the way. Maybe push it right inside. I should have tried to get these things out before I pulled back on the carb. Would have been a little easier. Very close. Everything's so stiff. And this clutch cable. I tried loosening the clutch up there. If I get the clutch cable out of the way, that'll help. Okay, let me get the clutch cable off. Okay, got the clutch cable off up here. Oh, almost there it is. Okay. Watch your head. Okay. So the clutch cable runs right through the bracket on the carb, so it's kind of holding it up a little bit. Disconnect it here. And need a 10mm wrench. $11 or $12. Should be a 12. Need two. We don't need that. Get that out of there. Okay, we're almost out here. Carb in here. If I could get those last two rubbers out. Oh man, I should have took those out. Thought I'd have more room. So much easier if I get that rubber out of there. Oh, that sucker out of there. Still one in there, but let's see if I can get it by the harness here. It's a tight fit. You see why a lot of people, when they take the carbs off, they put straight filters on it. It's so hard to get them in and out. Oh, now I got this bracket in the way. Should have pulled it out this way. The cable bracket's hitting the engine there. Come up here, up, over. Let's see if I can come back now. We got the vacuum line still attached there too, just to this little bracket here. or take it off of that there. It's gonna be brittle, so I don't want to break it. There. This bracket here was hitting the where the timing cover comes out. Timing chain comes out. And there's still some of that shitty gas in here. If you get it on you, it's not going to come out for a long time. Down there. You take that outside and drain that. Okay, I can pull the plugs out now and do a compression check. Okay. Cylinder number 1. Key on, lights, green light, neutral light works. Kill switch. I gotta have the kill switch on. I got spark plugs in the holes. $150. Just a little over 150 pounds, 151 or 2 maybe. That's really good. Oh, but I put that oil in there the other day. I put that, shoot. Well, that'll read high. I can flush it out here. I put that Marvel Mystery Oil in there, so that's gonna read it a little bit high there, for sure. So that one's probably more like at 135. I'll probably go do this one again at the end, because now that's pumped that stuff out, it's probably come down, but I'll do the other two first. 135, 155. Okay, see what this one does. What the hell? 225? What the hell's going on there? No way. Holy crap. I've never seen a compression close to that. Maybe 160. Let me try that again. That is bizarre. $200. Maybe I had a lot of oil in that one. What the hell is going on there? You can smell that stuff on there. Maybe I had a whole bunch in that one. Should have pumped out by now, though. That one's like 150, 155. I can't even comprehend. The only thing I can think is that it's full of oil in there, but it should have pumped out by now. Let me put this thing back in there again. I'm going to pull the whole top end of this engine off, so have a look at it. Because I want to put new valve seals on and everything. There we go. That's getting better. It's 165. Yeah, 165. I just must have had too much oil in it. I'm going to go over there and do that front cylinder again too. Should have pumped out that stuff by now. It's not even a thick oil. It's like diesel fuel. It's just like, it's light. Should go right through the valves. $150 again, same. It's number 2 is the lowest. I'm going to do it one more time. Do not want to cross thread these things, although I'm going to have a Okay, so that one's back up to like 135, 137. That's the lowest, that cylinder. And we know we got oil and lubrication in them all, so it's not going to be the ring. So that's pointing to a crusty valve. Maybe the valve was held open a little bit and a little bit crusty. So I'm going to have this head off, all the valves out, and new valve seals go in. So it's good. I'm working with a good engine anyways. This bike would run with a good clean set of carbs on it. This bike would fire right up. But it's all oxidized, so I'm going to take it all apart, clean it all up, and yeah, I think somebody's painted this. I'm pretty sure somebody's painted that engine. I'm going to put it back to stock. Okay, that's it for today on this bike. I've take this off. Just want to see what I'm up against here, and want to get this tank drained out and get it all cleaned up. See what the damage is here, and see if my buddy Peter will paint that for me. He says he doesn't want to do bikes anymore. We gotta get somebody to do it. Okay. Yeah, the white, red, and blue. It's a Canadian edition. It's the only bikes like that. And I want to find out from Yamaha Canada how many of these were made. Only 1,000 were made in the States in 1983. And there's going to be far less than that in Canada. Maybe a few hundred, I don't know. Okay, that's it for this video.